Pilgrims had some of that tough luck today with several shots in and out. The Vikings can't get it. Rebound pulled away by Kramer. Reese to Wise. Wise spots for the three. Can't get it well short. Hopefully those aren't a sign of tired legs.
Well, I think Nick always has a wide range, and I think he tries to use that a little bit too much sometimes. In a big game like this, I can see where he's coming from. I think he just needs to hold back. I think Nick's really effective when he fakes that shot and he drives in, gets the 12-footer. He usually does a lot better with that.
It's no secret. I believe what the Vikings are going to try to do is they'll attack the basket. Got a whistle, and a foul is going to go against Plymouth. I believe they got Wise on a push-off.
I don't know about that one.
And that'll be the first team foul, first on Nick. Inbounds play by the Vikings. Of course, Huntington North playing here on their home floor.
I think that's got to be a big advantage for them. They should use that to, they should be able to feel confident coming out here on their home court. A little easier to get in the groove when you're playing in front of a home crowd.
Of course, I was looking at their schedule. That we had one common opponent with them on the season, and that was Warsaw. Huntington North lost to Warsaw here on their home floor by 9 points, which isn't bad. So now the Pilgrims with the basketball on a 2-point lead at 4-2.
Plymouth doing a real good job of trying to break it up early, trying to get the ball up, look at all their options. Haven't done a really good job of decision making, but still, I like the aggressive attitude Plymouth showing on offense.
Edison for three, can't get it short. Rebound pulled away by the Vikings. It was Chris Furnish. Like he's limping a bit.
Yeah, it looks like both of these teams are tired from their first game today.
They're feeling each other out here in this first period. Very low scoring at 4-2. Pass, lucky to get it back, and now almost lost the handle again. Huntington North fortunate, and jump shot no good. Offensive rebound no good. Rebound now by Michael Edison. Vikings had a couple of chances at it close, couldn't get either one. Skip pass now to Reese. Reese looked, didn't take it. Down to 3:23. Reese drives, gets the basketball back. Now Wise.
That was a good call.
Wise shot is no good, and rebound pulled away by the smallest man on the court, Jason Ward.
Well, it looks like both teams just can't find the touch on the shooting end. A lot of their shots are going over. A good sign of being nervous.
Like too many steps, no call. Turnaround shot in the paint, no good. Rebound Kramer. Aggressive rebound by Matt Kramer. Now Wise. Skips it to Edison. Edison looks at the baseline. Shot is around and in. We'll see if it counts. It should.
Yeah, they count it. Great move by the senior Michael Edison. If Plymouth wants to get off to a fast start, they're going to have to rely on him. He's the one that's been here before. He's the one that's got to show the leadership. And I think you just saw a good case of that right there. Michael Edison, an 80% free throw shooter on the year. All he needs to do is concentrate, and Plymouth will be up 7-2.
It took him a couple of minutes to put the bucket on the scoreboard. So Michael will have a chance at the three-point play. Michael held only 9 points this afternoon. If you weren't here to see that Manchester game, you can understand easily why, as quick as they were all over contesting everything. So the Pilgrims lead by 5 now at 7-2. We're down to 2:35 left here in the first period. Almost stolen by Michael.
The floor presence of Michael Edison amazes me. He knows where everything's going. The anticipation is always there. I just hope his legs don't tire out.
That's a long day of basketball for each team.
Gotta love it.
Cut off, good defense on the baseline. Now he'll split the defense, offensive rebound, and got a whistle and a foul. I believe it's going to go against Brandon Eggleston. Number 44, Mike Welker, is averaging 9.5 rebounds per game, Tim.
Well, I think that's an impressive stat, but, you know, whenever you play Plymouth, defensive or rebounding takes a little bit of an edge because Plymouth does such a great job of group. As you see this fast break going up right here. Oh, they stepped out of bounds.
No whistle, and Edison comes away with a loose basketball shot off the glass and in. Michael Edison.
Pretty shot by Michael Edison.
And now the Pilgrims lead by 7 at 9-2. Or under 2 minutes left here in the first period. Winner advances to the South Bend semi-state. Take on the Fort Wayne winner, which will either be Fort Wayne North side or Fort Wayne South. Ball inside to Mangus. Mangus' shot is no good. Rebound tied up. It'll be Viking basketball in the alternating possession. Minute 42 shows on the clock.
Huntington North doing a really good job of offensive rebounding. I think that's one thing that Plymouth needs to pick up on. Do a little better job of defensive boxing out. Could be another case of those weak legs, as you stated before.
You've got to be playing on some emotion, even if the tank is getting close to empty.
Exactly. I think that's where the home crowd comes into play. Actually, to tell you the truth, Plymouth brought a really good-sized crowd themselves. I think this is just going to be a great show of heart and determination. You know, this is kind of things that you love to see out of high school basketball. It's really a privilege just to be here.
That's the way I feel, as the offensive putback is good by Andrew Steffen. That makes it a 5-point Plymouth lead. Up ahead quickly to Wise. Wise baseline shot is up and in. 7-point Plymouth lead, 11-4, 45 seconds left here, period 1.
That should stifle the air ball chance from the Huntington North crowd.
Of course, Nick led all scorers in the afternoon contest against Manchester with 22 points, including the last 5 big ones.
Nah, not that big.
That was incredible. The Vikings are crashing the windows on the offensive end, and they keep this a close ball game, 11-6. So the Pilgrims will work for the last shot as we're inside 15 seconds. Now Michael Edison picked up by Ward.
Yeah, Mr. Edison is in disbelief from this defensive boxing out. This team does a lot better job of that.
Good dump
nice
off.
dish.
Kramer gets the basket, and that'll end the first quarter, and Plymouth has a 7-point lead at 13-6. We'll be back with the second quarter here from the Huntington Regional, Plymouth versus Huntington North, after this pause. And welcome back to regional action. This is Rick Warner along with Tim Sheehan, our cameraman Jim Moyer. We begin the second quarter. It'll be Plymouth basketball. Plymouth has that 7-point lead, 13-6, and it's good to see the Pilgrims get out early here after that first game.
Yeah, but it's still important to keep playing smart basketball. Plymouth's only up 7 points. It was definitely a good quarter as far as momentum goes, but still, Plymouth only up by 7. Need to keep going. They can't relax now.
Steve Savoy into the ball game for the Pilgrims as Brandon Eggleston starts the quarter on the bench.
If anything, Plymouth needs to pick it up.
Edison concentrated and got that one.
There's a pickup.
You can see that in Michael's eyes when he touched the basketball. He zeroed in and makes it a 10-point Plymouth lead at 16-6. Just underway, second period. I like that matchup with Savoy inside.
Oh.
And they're going to call a foul, and look like the defense did a pretty good job there, Tim.
Yeah, well, Plymouth's always got great help defense, and Mr. Edison does a great job fundamentally wise, showing his kids how to go in there and get the chest in without drawing the foul. In a lot of cases, you'll see that there won't be a foul called. Unfortunately, that's not the case this time.
That'll send Andrew Steffen, a 6'2" senior.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed with this kid. He looks like he is ready to go, even if his other teammates aren't.
Steffen is 0 for 7 now on the year from the free throw line.
What?
0 for 7.
On the year?
On the year.
Oh, my.
That's an interesting stat. And make it 1 for 8. And the Vikings back within 9 at 16-7 as we near the 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. Edison across the timeline, a little bit of pressure. Now Reese If they're going to have to pop out on Michael, they're going to have some openings inside here tonight.
That was a nice pass by Michael. Exactly what you said. Nice dish.
And what do we got? We got Edison's second foul on the charge. Michael picks up 2 fouls in the span of about 15 seconds.
I don't know about that call. It looked like Michael just lost his footing. Anything that's a no call. I really disagree with that.
When you got a tweener like that, you just don't blow the whistle.
I agree. That could really hurt Plymouth. Michael needs to play smart.
And now you've got to be concerned about Edison picking up that 3rd foul.
Exactly. I think everybody in this Pilgrim team, or the crowd, is.
As mentioned, the Vikings only shot 64 3-pointers this year, while hitting only 13 of them for a 20% clip.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think their game plan definitely is. Nice steal by Michael, just to go in low.
Edison has the ball.
Oh, he stepped out.
Yeah, he was out of bounds, no whistle, right in front of the official. Call a break for the Vikings. Dangerous pass, turnaround shot is around, no good. Offensive tip-in is good by Chris Mangus. He used his 6'6" frame, and we've got a 7-point Plymouth lead now at 16-9. Edison wants the baseline, bounce pass to Kramer. Kramer on a double team is blocked, but a whistle and a foul going to be called on Chris Mangus. I guess Mangus must have got him with the body. That'll send Kramer to the free throw line for 2 shots.
43, Chris Mangus, his first. 3 team fouls against Huntington North.
I really like the style of offense Plymouth's playing right now. They're really aggressive, going after Huntington North, doing a good job of outside, inside, going from the 3-point line down to the low post, going back out. I think Plymouth has been doing a decent job with the shot selection. I think all they need to do right now is really on defensive end, box out more. Huntington North has gotten so many points off of offensive rebounds.
Matt nails that one. Matt, a 54% free throw shooter on the year. Michael Edison checked out of the lineup. Dave Chamberlain in. Yeah, Plymouth can play some defense. They look very confident on the offensive set. Now a 9-point Plymouth lead at 18-9. 5.5 minutes left before halftime. Regional championship on the line here at Huntington. Big man outside, Chris Mangus, dumps it off. Good pass. And Savoy is going to get called for a foul.
I think Mr. Edison right there wanted a walk.
That's what he's signaling on the sideline. Coach is saying he took 2 steps.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're always making him work for it. I mean, that could have been an easy layup, but Plymouth's going to send him the line. I like that style. I really do. I mean, Steve Savoy got a foul, but yet I think he's going to now number 44, Mike Welker, is going to have to earn it.
Oh, that hard body foul. Steve sends a bit of a greeting as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you do that, you make a statement that you know, nothing you put up is going to be uncontested, and I think that just makes him work that much harder. Use up energy he doesn't want to use up.
Welker hits 1 of 2, cuts the Plymouth lead to 8 at 18-10. Wise, tough shot. Offensive board, Kramer back up and in. Matt Kramer.
They call him the garbage man.
And the garbage is collected for a 10-point lead, 20-10 Plymouth. 4:50 left before halftime. Good interior pass as they find Welker inside. Welker averages, as I said, near 20 points a game, and imagine if he's getting those kind of shots, his percentage is very high as well. Now the Pilgrims with the basketball and an 8-point lead. Reese over to Wise.
Nice move by Nick.
Nick cut off. Kramer now to Savoy.
I'd really like to see Plymouth get it down low to Steve. I don't know what he's doing up there, the key.
The Pilgrims are going to be patient now with their 8-point lead. Nick didn't have the space for the three-pointer. Now Reese in the paint, and he's going to drag his foot and turn the basketball over. Well, good idea by Adam, but results didn't pay off.
Yeah, I like what he did there. Plymouth just didn't really look like they were even looking for a shot. I don't know, hit Nick Wise on the wing or Steve Savoy down low. I think those are the two guys you got to go for your points right now.
And just as you say that, Edison gets off the Plymouth bench.
Oh, or him.
And the Vikings pull back within 6 at 20-14. 3:35 left now before half. Wise pulls up from 14, is not going to get it, and Reese is going to get called for a foul. There's some contact. Adam was setting a screen. I think the official thought Adam might have been moving. Michael, or Adam, obviously disagreed with the call. That's the first foul against Reese, 6th against the Pilgrims, so the next foul against Plymouth will have the Vikings at the free throw line for 1-and-1s the rest of the half.
Well, it's important for Plymouth right now not to get too emotional. I think they just got to keep a level head, which is something they really do a good job of, not make any stupid mistakes. They've got the momentum right now. They just can't lose it.
Good defense. There's a three-pointer that's going to be short. Rebound, Kramer off to Edison. They leave Michael alone. He doesn't take the three. Michael looks, got some
nice pass.
Left-handed shot is up and in. 22-14 Plymouth.
I'm telling you, you give him the ball in the low post, he knows what to do with it.
Savoy
Great job of Michael to get it to him.
Yeah, Savoy has some good moves down there in the post. New face in the ball game for the Vikings is John Maples, number 5. There's a long jump shot, good. It was a two-pointer. Jason Ward gets the lead back to 6. 22-16 Plymouth. Now Kramer on the drive, backs in, gets the layup. Matt Kramer with an aggressive move to the hole. 24-16 Pilgrims.
Matt Kramer has 10 points right now. Believe it or not, leads all scores for Plymouth right now.
Matt averages 6 on the season, so well above his average. Good pass inside, shot is well off the mark. Air ball by Welker. Now ahead to Chamberlain, minute 40 left before halftime.
It's interesting to see how when Michael Edison comes back into the game, how much things flow so much easier now.
Oh, Wise for the three is going to be fouled, and he'll have 3 shots. I believe that was John Maples.
Foul number 5, John Maples, his first, team foul number 4.
Nick Wise, a 72% free throw shooter. Said a couple of times, and I'll remind you again, Nick had 22 points this afternoon against Manchester, and boy, were they big.
Yeah, Nick's it's hard to believe he's a sophomore. He just has so much poise out there. It looks like he's been playing basketball for 12 years, and it's really a real treat to see him go out there, and when he's creative and he dishes off and he does everything right. I mean, there's really nothing Nick can't do, and all he needs right now is time to develop his skills, and he's going to be an all-state candidate by the time he's a senior. Just a great kid.
I couldn't agree more.
I had the opportunity to play football with him this year, and I know just from being around him that he's just a real class act, and Plymouth has a really nice addition in him.
The Pilgrims come away with the offensive rebound. Nick hit 2 of 3, down to a minute 8. Plymouth has a 10-point lead again at 26-16. Reese to Chamberlain. Wise back to Chamberlain, and we'll set it up again.
Plymouth's going to play for the last shot. I really like this. Michael's out of the game. Don't really want to worry too much on the defensive end. They're just going to wear out the Huntington defense. I think it's just been a really good half for Plymouth right now.
Oh, and they call a 5-second call. Didn't look like, I didn't even see the official counting. Didn't look like the defense was up on him.
That was a terrible call.
That's what Coach Edison is asking. He didn't see him counting. I didn't see it. Hey, the Vikings get away with a travel ball and offensive.
They got away with a walk.
Offensive rebound back up and in as bodies were flying all over. I think the Vikings got away with a turnover and a foul there that wasn't called. They're back within 8.
They definitely needed that. Plymouth has had all the momentum. This is going to give them a little bit more. Important for Plymouth to get a shot off right now.
For 5 seconds. Wise for 3. Can't get it. Rebound pulled away by Huntington. We played one half of basketball here at the Huntington Regional, and the Pilgrims lead by 8, 26-18. We'll be back with more Plymouth basketball after this pause. Halftime show. I'm Rick Warner along with Tim Sheehan, and I believe Tim has some stats to run down for us. Tim.
Oh, yeah. Actually, for the scoring of the first half, we have the Plymouth Pilgrims. Michael Edison has 8 points. Matt Kramer has 10 points. Nick Wise has 6 points, and Steve Savoy has 2 points. Over for the Huntington North Viking side, we have John Maples with 2 points, Jason Ward with 2 points, Andrew Steffen with 7 points, Chris Manguez with 2 points, and Mike Welker with 5 points. So really not a lot of balanced scoring for either team, but nonetheless, they're still getting the job done. It's still a fairly close contest.
Of course, the Pilgrims do have that lead on the scoreboard at 26-18, and Tim, you followed the Pilgrims this year as well as I have. You've done some work on the radio. This last 16 minutes of somebody's season, what are the Pilgrims going to have to do to advance and maintain this lead?
Well, you know, I think for the Pilgrims to go on, I think what they're doing is fine. It obviously has got them an 8-point lead. I would like to see them box out more. I think I've been saying it, and you can't say it enough. You have to stress against a team this physical. You have to bump them around. You have to get in their face. You have to just be a real nuisance to them. And I think if they get their bodies into them, it's not like Mr. Edison doesn't teach them the proper way to do it. They run drill after drill after drill about rebounding, and now's the time when they need to step it up. They have the crowd, as you hear them in the background. They're rooting them on. Now's the time. 16 minutes left. You know, it's all for Plymouth. Another thing I'd like to see Plymouth do is shot selection. Rick, I think what we saw Nick Wise's shot selection wasn't the greatest. You know, I think for Plymouth to be successful, they need to drive it in, dish it out, look for the open shot. I'd like to see him go low post more to either Savoy or Eggleston. I think Eggleston had a very good first game, and now I think he's been playing very well second half. So I think that's what Plymouth needs to do.
And we'll find out as we are just ready to start the second half right now. Huntington North has the basketball as we start off. Again, the Pilgrims have that 8-point lead, 26-18. And a step in by Wise. Good anticipation. Wise with the layup. Can't get it. And I think Nick got the foul. A little frustration maybe from Nick.
Oh, wow. What a tournament event. You think everything's just going your way, starting off right at the block. And it was good aggressiveness by Nick. You appreciate his efforts. Just wish he'd be a little bit smarter about it. I'm sure he'll come back like he always does.
And Nick kind of smiled to himself on this way back down here. I'm sure he's the most surprised guy in the building. Sure, we're going to see more of the same out of the Vikings as they work the ball inside. Turnaround shot is up and in by Chris Mangus. And the Vikings back within 6.
You called it.
Skip pass to Kramer. Now Reese to Edison. So Pilgrim just work the ball around the perimeter. Now Edison wants the baseline, takes it, pull-up jump shot is around, no good, and Vikings have a chance to get back within 4, maybe 3. Inside, turnaround shot on the baseline, no good. Well, a little bit too soon as it bounced around about a half a dozen times. Falls in, and Plymouth's lead's been cut to 4. 26-22, Edison double teamed. Now Kramer does a good job not traveling. And he's going to get tied up. Well, a foul called against Huntington North. Andrew Steffen on a reach-in. Not a popular call here with the Huntington North fans.
Well, you know, I can see why they're mad, but yet the way the officials have been calling the game, it's been a really tight contest. They've been calling a lot of tic-tac things, and so, you know, it just goes to reason that they're going to go for the other way, too. You know, Plymouth's been called for those kind of fouls, so why can't it go the other way?
Now the Pilgrims have a chance to add to that 4-point lead. Inside to Eggleston, Brandon works. Fake, shot is up, and he's fouled.
Now you see, I am so impressed with Brandon Eggleston because just a couple months ago, he would not have done that. His back was to the backboard. Excellent job of squaring up, making a shot fake. That was so impressive. He drew the foul. It looks like he's been doing this forever. The fact is, 2 months ago, he would have passed that right back out. I'm really happy to see him do that.
Brandon wheeling and dealing a little bit here at the regional. First free throw is a little bit hard off the back iron. I think Brandon's about a 68% free throw shooter on the year. Make that 70%. Eggleston looks to up the Plymouth lead to 5. And can't get either one of them. Tough luck on the second one. And here come the Vikings. 6:19 left here in the third period. They've scored the only 4 points of the second half. Andrew Steffen on the baseline, cut off. Now out high, Swain in the ball game for the Vikings. Off to Mangus. Mangus holds high, looks, bounce pass inside. They'll get the easy 2 from Welker. And we've got a 2-point ball game, 26-24 Plymouth. Huntington North not going to go away here. Now Reese out high, he'll drive, and we got a foul away from the basketball. It'll go against the Vikings.
Fouls on number 4, Joe Swain.
It'll go on Swain. It'll be his first. Third on the Vikings this half. Plymouth has 1. Nick Wise, the trigger man for Plymouth. Inbounds play to Eggleston. Eggleston is almost tied up. Now fakes, puts a shot up and in. Good
Great
strong move.
You know, he's so strong. His body is just, it's really demanding. He knows how to use it. I think that was a good example of that right there.
As a bucket Plymouth needed. Oh, Pilgrims up by 4 now, 28-24. 5:15 left, third period. Inside, Welker dumps it off. Steffen with the shot. He'll get it to go, and a foul. Basket is going to count. Well, it's not any secret what the Vikings are going to do here, Tim, once again.
Oh, I think you're right. I think this is just a really, it's a case of tired legs is what it is. Plymouth is having especially the low post players, having a real hard time moving along with the much more agile Huntington North low post people. I think another thing is that, you know, it really caught Plymouth by surprise how well these guys move. They've never played against them. They've probably never seen film against them.
Oh, Welker, Steffen rather, not a good free throw shooter, hits that one, and all of a sudden, Huntington North back within 1 at 28-27. Regional championship. We've got a ball game here in the third period. Edison didn't have no place to go. Now Wise to the 3, well short. Kramer had his hands on it, taken away. And now the Vikings take the lead.
Well, Mr. Edison said if you can hold on to the ball, that's when they're going to do well. And you just saw Matt Kramer lose the ball, and it really didn't look like he had that much pressure against him.
Now a bad pass picked off. Now Reese. Reese pulls up from the free throw line, hard off the back iron, rebound tipped out of bounds by Huntington. It'll be Plymouth basketball.
Not a very good shot by Adam right there.
Probably not a wise choice.
It was a 4-on-2 break, and I'd like to see him dish off to Michael or Nick, but
sweet looking shot, and the Pilgrims lead by 3 at 30-27. Wise has such confidence. Turnaround shot is no good. Pulled away by Edison. That was Chris Mangus. Couldn't get it for the Vikings. And Plymouth is going to take a timeout with 3:29 left here in the third period. They have a 3-point lead, 30-27. We'll be back with more basketball from the Huntington Regional Final after this. And welcome back following the Pilgrim timeout. This is Rick Warner along with Tim Sheen, our cameraman Jim Moyer. Matt Kramer will inbound for the Pilgrims. Pilgrims with the basketball in that 3-point lead. Just under 3.5 minutes left here in the third period. Winner advances to the final 16. Only 32 teams playing in the state tonight, and these are 2 of them. As a Plymouth turnover.
Lucky break by Michael not to pick up his 3rd foul right there.
They're constantly looking for Welker in the paint.
Oh, yeah. Every time they pass the ball, they're looking for him.
Slapped away by Wise. Picked up by Kramer. Good defense set by Plymouth. Coach Edison hollers instructions out to his team. Wise for the 3, can't get it short. Tipped around, Edison had a hand but couldn't get it in. The Vikings come away with it. They trail by 3. Plymouth's gone cold. Jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound. Welker slapped away by Reese.
Oh, that's
It'll go out of bounds. It should be. Oh, looked like it went off of Welker.
It really did. Steve Savoy be in there. I like this move by Mr. Edison to put Steve in.
Chamberlain also checks into the Plymouth lineup as Reese and Eggleston go out.
Plymouth's offense has just been struggling a little bit. He's a great offensive threat, so that's just a good move by Mr. Edison.
Down to 2:05 left here in the third period. Now Swain with the basketball. Huntington being very patient. They're constantly looking once again for Welker. There he is. Turnaround shot is around, and it'll be waved off, but a foul. Basket didn't go anyway. See who'll get nailed with that one. That'll be on Steve Savoy. That'll be Steve's 2nd, 3rd against Plymouth. So the Vikings will inbound underneath their own backboard.
You know, it's really frustrating for me to see that Plymouth really isn't double teaming down low. I know that the low post is the only way they've really hurt them so far. I figured that the thing Plymouth would do is just take it away with double teams, but they just haven't done that yet.
Inside to Welker. Welker's shot is well off. Rebound strong by Kramer. It'll be Plymouth basketball. Almost stolen. Good hustle by number 24, Andrew Steffen. The Pilgrims need to get clicking here again with that 3-point lead. Minute 17 left. Lob to Kramer. Kramer uses the body and gets the layup.
Great, strong move by Matt Kramer. Boy, he's a gamer.
Couldn't ask for any more effort out of anyone.
Exactly. He is just out here ready to go.
Well, Plymouth leads by 5 now, 32-27. Huntington North Vikings with the basketball.
Come on, help defense. There you go.
Magnus pulls up, and
all right,
that ought to be a foul on Welker, and it's gotta be.
That's what we want, and that's a good call. You know, they don't like it, but if you understand the significance of this. Mr. Edison does a great job of teaching his kids to put the back in on the rebound, and Matt Kramer did an excellent job of doing that, and you saw the reward there as Welke was called for the foul.
Huntington showed some pressure, a double team. Edison trapped, gets it to Savoy. Savoy will go and miss the layup. Loose ball picked up by Chamberlain. Pilgrim fortunate there. They'll get another crack at it under half a minute, third period. 32-27 is the score. Plymouth on top.
Plymouth a little hesitant on the offensive end here. Oh, they're going for the last. Never mind. Look for their standard double pick.
Edison being harassed out front by
Here
Ward.
we are.
Michael faked the three, now steps up.
Got
steps
fouled.
in, and a basket check down and a foul.
Yeah. How about
Mangus.
that?
Big play by the senior.
Oh, he knows how to do that so well. Oh,
That gives Plymouth a 7-point, 34-27 lead. Michael can jump it up to 8 as Adam Reese is on the bench set to check back in.
probably for a good move for Michael so he doesn't pick up his third foul.
Edison gets the three-point play, and Reese will come in for Edison. And Plymouth has run off 7 points in a row after Huntington North closed this lead down to 1. Plymouth is led by as many as 10. And that shot will almost go in from about 3/4 court. That'll end the third quarter. As you see on your screen, the Pilgrims have an 8-point lead at 35-27. We'll be back with the fourth quarter from the Huntington Regional Final after this pause.